What's up, YouTube? YouTube! You with me? You excited? I'm trying to excite you. And I am not doing NBA right now. I'm doing questionable behavior again. Yeah, man, I'm back with some let's have some common sense. Let's think about what we do before we do it. Yo, so Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe. Shay, I don't know about that. Shay, ish. But Shannon Sharpe, wow. Okay, so after he did that Cat Williams interview and watching some subsequent videos of Shannon Sharpe and the questions he asked and the thoughtfulness that went into those questions and a lot of the things that I admired about him just all got flushed down the toilet like his career. He flushed his career down the toilet. And let's talk about why. Let's talk about just good judgment and not letting our human instincts get in the way of good judgment, because that's what makes us different from the apes. That's what makes us different from every other animal on this planet, is that we can think our way through things. Now, not that animals can't think, but we have intelligence. Some of them have a little. That's not the point. You know where I'm going with this. What in the hell is Shannon Sharpe doing talking to a 19-year-old child? I don't give a good god darn how pretty or beautiful she is. And let me just say something that everybody and every man out there kind of understands, and some women know, that the most beautiful creation that God made was a woman. It just is. They are incredible. And it's not because of simply the way they look, although that is what we are initially attracted to. I mean, what are you thinking about, Shannon? I understand looking at a beautiful woman and saying, I can't wait to see what this girl looks like. Because I tell you what, she better be like smoking hot. I mean, like unbelievable. And then I might go, damn, maybe, nah. Never, ever a decision where he, as a 54-year-old man, is talking to a child. That's almost like childish, you know what I'm saying? Like having a child in your bedroom, because she's just 2 years off from that being statutory rape, right? Yeah, I think that not Charlemagne the God, but the other dude, DJ Envy, on the Breakfast Club said, I can do whatever I want to do in my bedroom. And that's not necessarily true. You can't have a child in your bedroom. You can't rape a woman or a dude in your bedroom. You can't do whatever you want to do in your bedroom. And this is a perfect example of what you cannot do in your bedroom. Okay, yeah, you can do it legally, but should you do it morally? Should you do it, at all with a child, no matter how beautiful she may be physically? Obviously, she wasn't beautiful on the inside, you know. Shannon Sharpe, he's not nearly as smart as I was giving him credit for. Having well thought out questions and being articulate and thoughtful and spontaneous and having a great conversation is a really nice thing to have. And it's inspiring to me because I want to be that kind of person that, is spontaneous and creative and thoughtful and cool and kind and generous and all those good things that I want to be. None of the bad stuff. And Shannon, just like Diddy, you're doing it to yourself. And how silly must you feel right now? No matter whether she's accurate or not in her allegations, how silly must you feel right now? Like, why did I even do that? Because God has placed me in a position of prominence. Therefore, I can find a beautiful woman, an intelligent woman Not a gold digger necessarily. Maybe she has her own money. And I guarantee 19-year-old OnlyFans girl has her own money. And if she does, it's not good money. I say this to all my brothers, and I don't mean just black. I mean all my brothers of men, of the man gender. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Don't give your power away. Don't give it away. Okay? We give our power to our wives and to our significant others because they earned it, not because simply they're beautiful. I think everybody out there within the sound of my voice would agree with this, and I feel very motivated. If you can't tell the energy that I'm coming at this video with, I am highly motivated to say, don't be stupid. I mean, Shannon Sharpe just turned into who I thought was a great interviewer and probably a pretty cool uncle, little country boy, very country, but tight, got his thing together. Oh, he's just blowing up, to a complete and utter idiot. And that's just how quick you can destroy your life being stupid, right? Because in that industry, you don't get second chances. You might, but you probably won't. Not doing no nonsense like this. So I say to you all, my brothers, make the right decision and think about what the hell you're doing. Look at yourself in the mirror. Like, what was he thinking about? Like, what are you, like, some drug use going on. Something kinky, something not, right is going on. He's on steroids. He's doing something that is altering common sense. Not just his brain function, but common sense. We must always act with common sense. Right and wrong. It ain't hard. It ain't complicated for the most part. Stupidity. And I'll close out on this. As I said earlier, women are the most beautiful creatures that God has made. However, they are not beyond the realm of doing wrong. Okay? They're human beings just like we are. They're just much more pretty. That being said, and not just much more pretty, that motherly thing they got going on is just better than us, bro. I don't know about y'all, and I can't say all men. I'll speak for myself. When it that motherly thing that good women got going on is better than me. Okay, because I don't know how to be a mother. Carry a baby around. Could you do that? Could you do that, men? Could you carry a baby in your belly for 9 months and not be an absolute a-hole? Okay, just imagine what they go through. And I felt this way for a very, 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 very long time. Always had the utmost respect for what women go through in life, what they had, the challenges that they have to overcome, the hurdles that because they're women, they're somewhat less than men. That's bullcrap. They're not. A lot of them are much smarter than men. Okay? Much smarter than you, much smarter than me, much smarter than other women, so on. Like I've said before, everybody is better than one another in some form or fashion. So long as it's said and thought about and done with humility and gratefulness for being better and however you are, then guess what? It's okay. Humble yourself, Shannon Sharpe. Humble. Not chasing some piece of tail. Okay? Listen, my name is Jay. The channel is Questionable Behavior. I don't even know if I started off this videos telling y'all that. The channel, I think I did. The channel is Questionable Behavior, and this is the pinnacle. You just put yourself in the same realm as Diddy. And I don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe you are just as perverted and self-centered and stupid and corny as Diddy. Name is Jay. Channel's Questionable Behavior. Like, subscribe, comment, holla at me. Okay? Am I wrong about this? Common sense. Common sense. Don't be led by, you know what. Let this lead so that everything else can follow suit in the right form and fashion. You feel me? Much love.